Hey everybody, it's Brooke. Welcome back to another episode of the A Knit Soul podcast. It has been a long time, but I actually have a really good excuse this time. Yeah, I have been gone for, I think it's been about a month since my last upload, and that is because I have been busy dyeing 2,000 skeins of yarn for Knitcrate's June subscription box. So that has been a really great experience. I've been working on it since February, but about the last 6 weeks of that process, I was like going full force. I was working 80-hour weeks because I also have a full-time job. And so it was a lot. So I neglected a lot of things, including you guys, but thank you to those of you who stuck with me, and welcome back to those of you, or welcome to those of you who are new. I will be including a link below for 20% off of your first Knitcrate subscription box, so be sure to hurry and order yours now so that you won't miss my collaboration with them. I'm not gonna show you guys what it was just yet, but I actually will be receiving a box myself, so I'll go ahead and do an unboxing once I get that, and so that should be really exciting. And I'm also planning to do like a behind the scenes video and talk to you guys more about the process. Through that process I learned a lot, and actually since September, when I secured the contract, I actually that has driven me to make a lot of improvements with my business with Fully Spun. So it has definitely been like a game changer for me and my business, and this is only our second year, so it's very exciting, and I definitely would like you guys to definitely go check that out. So don't forget, there's a link below to save 20%. So as well, right now we're having the year-long 2018 sweater knit and crochet along, and prizes are drawn for that quarterly from both the Chatter and FO thread. Right now we still have one prize that was sent last quarter, and that is a bag from Quirky Monday Crafts, and so I'll insert a picture of that here. And also if you are a maker and would like to submit one of your items to be a prize, that's more than welcome. Otherwise, I'll probably just give away a skein of yarn once we get to that point. So that is it for administrative stuff. What's next? It's been so long. Okay. Next is finished objects. I don't have those. I had 2,000 finished objects, but I had to ship them away. But okay, before I get into the knitting though, Fully Spun just had an update last week, and so I will take a second to show you guys what those were. So I have some sport weight, three-ply sport weight yarn. I have it in Orion and in Majestic. Yeah, I have it in Orion and Majestic, which you guys have seen before. And then I also have two new colorways in the Fully Spun sock. And remember, these are sport weight, so they're a little bit heavier, and these skeins also are actually 150 gram skeins, so they're really fat. That's why they're so big. But this is I-95, and I added a third ply to that, and I love it. And for comparison, here is I-95 and a 2-ply. So we'll get to that one in a second, but we have I-95 in a 3-ply, and then also full rainbow in a 3-ply as well. So I really love these two new colors. So check out my website, fullyspun.com, if you're interested in those. And then also I have some DK weight yarn in 4 colorways, and these are not new colorways. These are ones you all are familiar with. So from your left to right, there's I-95, Berry Trifle, Black Hat, White Hat, and the Chief. So yeah, so these are up in the shop now as well too. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, acquisitions, well, that's later on, but I haven't bought any yarn. I've had plenty of yarn to keep me company. And I have also been feeling a lot of guilt around not getting any knitting done. So First, we can check back in with the Georgetown cardigan that I was knitting, which has been on pause for a while. So this is the Georgetown cardigan by Hannah Fettig, and I'm knitting it with Malabrigo Rios, which is like a light worsted weight yarn in the pearl and the what is it? Pearl and Paris Night colorways. So the reason that I have stopped knitting this one, if you guys can see, the sleeves are, I don't like, so that what happened is when I was knitting it on the plain, I knit the shoulders too tall. And so I tried to accommodate for that here, but what happened is that the sleeves are now, they're just really big. And so it doesn't look bad on camera, but I wasn't happy with the way that they were fitting. And so I wanted to take it out and redo it and make the arm hold the appropriate height so that it would fit better. So yeah, so we'll see on that. I don't know, this sweater, I think this is like iteration 3 with this sweater, so it will, it's going to continue to sit until I get motivated to work on it. Right now, at this point, I have moved on. Alright, so next, since I have been working so much, I haven't really had much brain space for anything. So I picked back up my Hue Shift Afghan, and I got a little bit done. I'm kind of done with this particular section. I really want to work with some other colors. So last time you guys saw it, I had done, I think I was on this one. And so now I finished that one and then I started the next row. So not much, but I really, over the last few weeks, if I had done episodes every week, I would have been like, she's not doing anything. Because that was the truth. And also, I picked back up my the Oster sweater, which my sister and I are knitting together for my grandfather. So this one is knit with Knit Picks Brava, and so I'm not very far on that. I did complete the sleeve. We had postponed it to Father's Day, but obviously that's not going to happen. So it's still right now it's my #1 priority project, but it will just take some time. Alright, next up, also in my moments of being pretty brain dead, I'm just like at the end of this week kind of starting to recover from the whole process. I picked back up my Hermione's Everyday Socks, which I'm knitting from a sock blank that I dyed in my Voices in My Head colorway. And so I had been procrastinating because I just needed to put in a thread for the Afterthought heel. And so these are going to be shorty socks as always. So they're almost done. So that won't take long. And here is the rest of the sock blank. So yeah, this one I was just dyeing as an experiment. And so, but it came out, of course, really beautifully in the actual created object. Alright, so next is a new project which is very small right now. This is the Elephant Cowl, and who's that by? Janice Hope, because y'all know I didn't make any notes. It's the Elephant Cowl by Janice Hope, and I'm using yarn from the Fibrous in their diamond colorway, and they are local to me. I go to Knit Night with them, and so this is their yarn, and then this is fully spun sock in the Chief colorway, and so that one also, those are up in the shop right now as well. I think there might be one left. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing with that. I saw the pattern and fell in love with it and felt like it had to be knit in the Chief. And then my sister got me this bag with zebras on it, and then it was even more perfect. So you can string your yarn out of the bag to keep it separate. But yeah, so that is that. Speaking of the Fiberist, I will be doing a show on June 9th at Fabioli Vineyards that is being hosted by Fabioli Vineyards with the Fiberist, and there will be other dyers there, and I'll put that information down below as well. But that's also shared on our Facebook group and Instagram and Ravelry. Acquisitions, there were none. I haven't been buying any yarn or project bags or anything like that. I am planning to pick up some stuff for my birthday, which is later this month, but I will show you guys that once I pick it up. And Can't Let It Go. I actually do have a Can't Let It Go. So I think about a month ago, Janelle Monáe released Dirty Computer, which is she calls it an emotion picture, which is probably the best way to explain it. It's amazing, and it just it stuck with me for like a good couple weeks after I watched it, and I've been meaning to go back and rewatch it, but it just resonated with me so much. I just haven't been in the right space to go back and watch it again. But it's a really beautiful, awesome story that kind of starts to address some of the things that go on in our society, and it's set in a Black Mirror type situation. So if you haven't watched Black Mirror, you should check it out, although watch one episode at a time, because when I first watched Black Mirror, I made the mistake of binge watching a lot, and then I was just like, this is too much. So if you watch Black Mirror, watch one episode at a time. But Black Mirror is like the Twilight Zone, but takes sort of pieces of society and just exaggerates them, so it just becomes really extreme. And so that is kind of a really interesting show within itself. But Dirty Computer, I think, resonated with me even more than any. There's one Black Mirror episode, the one with the bees, which I think was the most impactful to me, and I was kind of most affected by. But Dirty Computer, I felt resonated with me even more so, just because it was so real and really touched on a lot of ways that our society actually is. It's just this sort of main function of the story is not something that happens in our society. But yeah, so definitely check that out. That's Dirty Computer by Janelle Monáe. You can see that here on YouTube, where you can find me and link up with me, and let me know what you guys have been up to for the last month, other than down in the comments below. You can let me know on Instagram. I am Brooke Knits. Ravelry, I'm This Brooke Knits. Fully Spun is fullyspun.com. On Instagram, it's I Am Fully Spun. And then there's a Ravelry group for the podcast, a Ravelry group for Fully Spun, and then a Facebook page for Fully Spun. So you can find me in any of those places, and as well as the comments below. I actually also forgot I was supposed to do 2 giveaways, but I didn't end up being able to record either of those weeks. So as you guys know, I did a collaboration with Francois Denoy of Autoha Knits that launched earlier this year, and both of those patterns have since released individually. So that's the Phlegathon pattern and the Ice Dreamer pattern. And so right now I do have Phlegathon pattern kits in stock, so you get 2 skeins of yarn and you get access to the pattern as well. I have 4 of those left, and that's actually behind me is more Ice Dreamer that's hanging, and that I'll be sending to the mail this month. So I should have that back in July, but I will be giving away one copy of each of those patterns. So all you have to do for that is check out Francois' Mystic issue, which just recently released, and let me know which of those patterns is your favorite, and you can leave that comment down below. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This might be one of my longer episodes, or it might be short like always. I don't know yet. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I am back now and ready to jump back in. I apologize for the break, but I actually had a good reason this time, and I appreciate you guys tuning in so much, and I absolutely love getting to chat with you. So don't forget about the 2018 sweater cowl that's going on right now, and definitely check out my latest fully spun shop update if you saw anything that piqued your interest. As always, I'll see you guys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.